Hello students, how are you all? In last video, we studied about division of time, the timeline. In this video, we are going to study measurement of time and methods of measuring time. Third, historical period, and fourth one, scientific methods of measuring time and establishing age, means dating. So we will continue with the second topic of this lesson, that is measurement of time and methods of measuring time. To measure time is to measure the length of time. We know the following units of measuring time, that is second, minute, hour, day, week, fortnight, month, year, century and millennium. A second is the smallest unit of this unit. A second is the smallest of these units. There are various methods of measuring time in different parts of the world. Of these, the common or Christian era is the most widely used. We generally indicate a particular day by writing the date of that day. The date consists of the serial number of that day followed by the name or serial number of the current month and then the serial number of the current year. There are other methods too. We have seen that the Christian era began in the memory of Jesus Christ. It is an age-old custom to start a new era to commemorate a special event. As for example, the coronation of great king, we know that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj had started a new era or Shak known as Rajyabhishek Shak in 1674 AD to commemorate his coronation. Shalivahan Shak and Vikram Samvat are two eras that are used in India. The founder of Islam, Prophet Muhammad, migrated from Mecca to Medina. The Hijri era was started to commemorate this event. The Parsi community in India uses the Shahi era. Third topic of this lesson is historical periods. We studied in the first lesson that history is a lesson that tells us about events that happened in the past. We also studied about every bygone movement makes up the past. The past is the subject matter of history. In a broad sense, the period of history goes back to the time of the birth of our solar system. Our solar system came into being about 4.5 billion years ago. Our Earth is a planet in the solar system. So it is presumed that the Earth was also formed 4.5 billion years ago. The span of 4.5 billion years since the Earth's formation is a vast period of time. It is not easy to grasp this entire period all at once. It is necessary to divide it into a number of stages in order to understand it better. Therefore, the time in history is divided into two main periods. First one is prehistoric period and second one is historic period. First one, prehistoric period, simply means before history. The historic period is the period for which no written records are available by which to write its history. Second, historic period. The historic period is the period for which written records are available using which we can write history. Fourth part of this lesson is scientific methods of measuring time and establishing age. That means dating. We are actually measuring time when we talk about today's date or day of the week, etc. We have seen that there are various methods of measuring time. These methods allow us to identify a particular day, month, or year with respect to an earlier or later day, month, or year. If it is June, when we know that the earlier month was May, and next one will be July. If today's date is 10th of June, then we can tell that tomorrow will be 11 of June and yesterday was 9th of June. Thus, when we measure time, we actually measure its length. The events before the beginning of the Common Era are mentioned as having occurred before the Common Era. Information about some of these events can only be obtained with the help of evidence buried under the ground. This evidence is usually in the form of broken man-made artifacts that fallen structures. With the help of these remains and using scientific methods, we can determine the time of the events that took place thousands of years ago. There are many layers of soil deposited one above the other under the surface of the ground. The period of these layers and of the remains found in them cannot be stated definitely in terms of dates. These methods allow us to identify a particular day, month, or year with respect to an earlier or later day, month, or year. If it is June, when we know that the earlier month was May, and next one will be July. If today's date is 10th of June, then we can tell that tomorrow will be 11 of June and yesterday was 9th of June. Thus, when we measure time, we actually measure its length. The events before the beginning of the Common Era are mentioned as having occurred before the Common Era. Information about some of these events can only be obtained with the help of evidence buried under the ground. This evidence is usually in the form of broken man-made artifacts that fallen structures. With the help of these remains and using scientific methods, we can determine the time of the events that took place thousands of years ago. There are many layers of soil deposited one above the other under the surface of the ground. The period of these layers and of the remains found in them cannot be stated definitely in terms of dates. However, a rough estimate of how many years ago they existed can certainly be made using scientific methods such as carbon 14 analysis, tree rings analysis, means dendrochronology, etc. These methods are known as dating techniques. By using these dating techniques, we learn how old the layers of soil and remains found in them are. then we can determine their period approximately. For example, if an earthen pot is estimated to be 5000 years old, with the help of dating technology, we can say that the earthen pot dates back roughly to 3000 BC. BC means before Common Era. Then we can conclude. Do you know this? 1 billion or 1 abja. Do you know how many years make 1 billion years? We know that the number we get by writing 3 zeros after 1 is 1000, 1000. And the number that we get by putting 4 zeros after 1 is 10,000. We also know the mathematics behind it. 100 into 10 is equal to 1000 and 1000 into 10 is equal to 10,000. Let us see how the number increase further in the same manner. See, 100 into 10 is equal to 1000. 1000 into 10, 10,000. 10,000 into 10, 1 lakh. Like this, at the end, 1 crore into 10. 10 crore or 100 millions. It is possible to decide the age of an ancient objects, but up to 60,000 years old with the help of carbon-14 method. This method was invented by the scientist Willard Libby. Carbon-14 is the radioactive element that is found in the bodies of all living organisms. Dating methods. After the death of an organism, the carbon-14 in the body begins to decrease. When pieces of wood, charcoal, bones, fossils, etc. from the prehistoric period are found, it is possible to measure the remaining C14 means carbon-14 in a laboratory. By measuring the remaining carbon-14 in the object, we learn how old that object is. This scientific method of determining the approximate age of an object is known as the carbon-14 dating method. There are a few other dating methods, but the carbon-14 dating method is the one most frequently used. In this lesson, we studied 4 topics: division of time and the timeline, measurement of time, historic period, scientific method of measuring time and establishing age, means dating. In first topic, division of time and the timeline, we studied about Common Era and time. Time before Common Era or Christian Era. In second topic, we saw about measurement of time and methods of measuring time. In third topic, we studied about historical period. In this topic, we studied about 2 main periods, prehistoric and historic period. In last topic, we studied about the scientific methods of measuring time and establishing age, that is dating. Next, move on, exercise. You will find out answers and write it down in notebook and post it in your group. But before that, you will read the lesson and tick mark the answers and post it. Then only you will write down the answers. Till that, be connected, stay home, stay safe, take care of your own self. Thank you.